what a first matchup that was. We are going to be bringing you NAVI versus Heretics in just a moment. A lot of the audience here are excited for this match. But before we get in there, today feels like a brand new start of many. And Hero, you've just been on stage playing your first match, and now we've stolen you and put you in the studio for your first little post-match segment with us. How was that? Was that fun out there?
It was really fun. I mean, I don't think I could have had a better debut than that.
Yeah, I don't think you could have either. Am I right in saying that that was your first kind of big stage in your career, big sort of moment?
It was like the first like LAN type of thing I've done. I mean, I've done one before that was like a show match, but this is like the actual first one that like matters, obviously.
Was it how you expected it to be?
I mean, I expected to win, so.
Oh, okay.
This is the thing. Your IGL boaster said out there that when they asked you how you felt about your debut, you said you were very excited and you were super confident, and he was surprised that you were confident. So what is it that gives you this confidence, given that you've never played on Fnatic before and you've never been on this stage before?
I would say like, I don't know, I don't really like feel that much pressure, but only sometimes. I remember going against Gentlemates the first time, and I felt quite a bit of pressure, but that like faded away like really quickly, and I just like prepared like really well for this game.
You have a bit of Leo in you. I feel it. I feel the Leo-ness, like the ice coldness. But let's move on to our first matchup, second matchup even here, because I know you're very good friends with Rians, and Rians is going to be on stage just after you. What do you make of him, and what do you make of Heretics as a roster?
I mean, I would say like Rians is like one of the best, obviously. I mean, I'm really good friends with him, so that might be a little bit biased, but...
No, it's true. I'm not his friend.
Have you been watching him this entire time?
Yeah, I watched like the Master Shanghai, like even before in EMEA, and I mean, I'm always like messaging him as well, like well played, or when he like loses like NT.
Oh no! What did he say to you when he found out that you were coming here?
Well, he found out before it was like actually official, and he was like messaging me like that he was like excited that and like congratulations that I was gonna be here. So
we're gonna have to give Fnatic Heretics now, I feel like, at some point.
No, maybe in the final of finals again, run it back.
Yeah, but Kaquka, of course, we were both there at Master Shanghai. We saw just how popular this team became. It just feels like, right now, I said this in a story meet we had, but it is a red flag, in my opinion, if you don't like Heretics.
And you would be right, because especially after the performance that we saw and how they captivated the hearts of everybody in Shanghai, the crowd was going crazy. Even the other teams, every single time that they met any of the Heretics players, the run that they were having with Paritech, Minibu not being able to be there and still performing like that and bringing the vibes every single time, like watching them was the biggest spectacle.
I saw Minibu, by the way, just on the way here. I saw him. He is here. He will be playing. And sadly, we have to say goodbye to Paritech.
Farewell.
Farewell. Yeah, farewell. He is going to be back. But Hero, you're currently in a very similar position to what Paritech was in for Heretics. So how difficult do you think the job is of a stand-in, and how well do you think that he managed to do for Heretics?
I mean, I would say, obviously it's difficult, like, because you know that you're not actually in the main roster, but you're just standing in for someone. So there's like that bit of pressure as well. Like you have to play as good as the person that you're standing in for. And obviously I'm standing in for Leo, which is probably one of the hardest ones. And yeah, I think Paritech has done a really good job on that stand-in job.
Yeah, literally, it is. But this is the thing, Pally did do a very good job. You know, he had to stand in for Minibu, for Vut as well. And this means, with the return of Minibu, that Kaquka is the end of the Vut duelist arc.
I'm not taking that. It's not an end, it's a stop. All of us know what's happening. Exactly. This is very, very brief pause, because I think that we can agree that, especially with the changes that are coming in next week, probably we're going to see, you know, and after the performance that Wood had on Shanghai, we're going to see the double duelist coming from Heretics. It suits them too well. They can have, with Wood, that can play literally anything on the face of Earth and definitely available in this game. Plus Minibu, who's probably the best Neon in the world right now. Why would you not?
But this is the thing. We talk about how Paritech had a lot of pressure. Given how well Vut did at Shanghai, Minibu is in the position of a little bit of pressure now, surely.
I mean, yeah, of course. I think that now coming back and with the performance that Heretics had, it's like, okay, now that there is no more difficulties for them to overcome, how is Meaningful going to do now that he's back?
Yeah, I can't wait to see it. But moving on to their opponent for today, it is NAVI. They didn't make Masters Shanghai, and I just feel like their entire year has been really unlucky, you know, super unlucky. They don't make it to Madrid, they don't make it to Shanghai. And Hero, have you been watching any of their games? What do you think about this roster? I mean, they've been around for so long.
Really long.
So long, yeah.
I mean, I think NAVI is obviously a really good team. I mean, they have a really good roster for like a really long time, since like FPX. So, I mean, I would say like they'll probably like do very good as well.
What about against Heretics? Do you think they have a chance today?
I mean, as like being a friend with Rian,
Oh, you're so loyal!
I would have to say the Heretics will hopefully win, but
It'll be close.
Yeah, I hope it will be close.
Yeah, close game, man. What do you think, Kaquka? Especially considering they're coming in for the first time ever without Eric.
I think that the fact that Eric is not here when we talk about the changes and everything that has... We expected for Split 2 to not be that many changes, but the fact that Eric is out, we've known them, you know, the Eric and Angel together for, what, 4 years now? Not only Latix is now coaching the team, he also brought in Vlad. We already knew that he was very good. And in fact, this is not the first time that this happens. I was looking at it the other day and I was like, like, I've seen this before. And I did, yeah, because in Giants 2 years ago, they were also coaching assistant. I was like, yeah, you know, I saw this before. But this tweet that we're seeing right now is also very important to understand the context that NAVI is having this year. 2-0 against Heretics, as Angel is saying, very tilted to be eliminated in single elimination bracket for second time this year. And it is true, NAVI had almost a flawless season, and it was because of that loss that they had against BBL that they didn't manage to secure that first seed, and they were eliminated in the knockout round for this playoffs. But it also happened during kickoff, so it's crazy to think that they had such a good split, but couldn't even, you know, secure their spot.
Honestly, I think that was the biggest kind of shock and upset we faced, right? NAVI just getting immediately eliminated two times in a row. But in terms of having a new coach coming in, having a new system here, obviously you have gone from one way of playing the game, one system with your coach in IGL to another. Are you able to, I don't know, I guess tell us a little bit what it's like to move from something you're very used to another team where everything is new?
I would say, like, I mean, it's really new. Like, you just suddenly join the team, and then you have like 2-3 days to practice, and then you have an official, and you have to just learn everything in a really short time. So, I mean, it was pretty difficult to like learn everything, but I think I did a good job on it.
Oh, yeah, so. You did a great job. But this is the thing, for a lot of people that don't know, Latex is not completely new, but Kaquka and NAVI are already a team that does whatever they want, just new things whenever they feel like. So what is it that Latex can bring to them to make them even more new?
Hear me out. I'm surprised because when we talk about NAVI, we talk about like crazy compositions and all that. But especially this year, they haven't been innovating that much. They changed a couple of compositions on like week 5 in the entire split. I don't think that Latex is going to have that much of an impact because they're a very long consolidated roster. It has to come in something else.
Maybe they do the deadlock. Who knows? Maybe Angel on Chloe finally. But this is it. What a match to close out the day here today as we head down to the stage for Team Heretics and NAVI. Oh, guess who's back? Is it Angel? I feel like Angel is definitely back. I'm so happy to see him. And of course, the Heretics boys back on stage.
Man, Vlad with that jersey, I was not ready.
Shout out out to Rin as well. Yeah, the Navi buff is on full fledged. But this is the thing. While Heretics have been away, Navi have also had the time to re-innovate, to make adjustments, to bring new things once again. And we've seen so far from other teams, that could be a scary thing.
I'm so surprised. Do you guys remember the days where Heretics banned Ascent? Me neither. They're going to ban Breeze probably for the last time because they're not playing twice this week. They're going to be choosing their favorite map. I think that this is their staple. They feel so comfortable. In fact, when they were in Shanghai, they won all the time. Not only that, they were very convincing wins. I think that it was EDG that managed to get 6 rounds against them. That was the most any team got against them in that map.
And it's also been a long, long time since Ascent being open for Navi and them not instantaneously selecting it. Maybe they want to dodge the trap because we've seen other teams fall into
the best team in Ascent.
Yeah, we've seen other teams fall into this trap before. You know, the team that permabans something all of a sudden leaves it open. But this is the thing. You said you've been watching a lot of Heretics before Hero. What do you make of their Sunset? Because it feels like they're probably the best Sunset team. You know, I know you guys don't play it, but
I mean, we don't play it. Yeah. But watching,
you can still appreciate it.
Yeah.
watching like their Sunset, I think it's by far the best. Like, I've never seen a team win a pistol that many times as well on attack.
I mean, that's a great point. This is the thing. They have been winning those pistols, those advantages as well. But that's the thing. Navi know that, Kaquka.
Yeah.
They have all of the time to be able to counter-strat that.
Exactly. And even though this is not a map that Navi has played a lot, I believe that a couple of times, maybe, it's not a map that they're especially comfortable, but they should expect this 100%. And as we're saying, there is a lot of tape on Heretics.
Yeah, and as we take a look at the agent select here, Mini Boo is back on the Neon. RIP, that duelist, that duelist are. We're going to take a pause on that one. But Hero, what do you make of Navi's comp here? Anything you like or don't like?
I mean, it looks almost like, it looks default, but they just have KO and Jet.
Like an Ascent comp.
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah, I was gonna
like
say,
Ascent.
maybe they got the map wrong. No, I'm joking. But also, Ziban was playing on the Neon the last time that they played it. But now they decided to go for Artist and the Jet. I wonder for how long this is going to be happening. But Navi knew exactly that this map was almost a guarantee in this matchup. So I think that this has to be tailored to exactly how Heretics plays the map.
Yeah, I am so surprised that they didn't ban it because they are the team that doesn't have a permaban. They just ban whatever their opponents like the most. But Hero, thank you so much for joining us. Congratulations on your debut, and we'll see you next week. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to bring back 2 voices here. I am so excited to throw this over to Pansy and Steel.
Thank you so much, Sue and the desk. Yeah, I feel like I've been away far too long, but I'm glad to come back to a game like this, Josh, because this is actually potentially a very good game we get to witness here.
This is going to be a really good game. I mean, the last time we saw Navi play was against Team Heretics, knocked them out of the playoff round, and that's why we didn't get to see them in Shanghai. So this is a little bit of a revenge match with lots of prep.
Yeah, and that's a big point there, is the preparation coming in if we're looking at it pound for pound. Obviously, Heretics, no better practice than officials themselves, but man, they've had a couple of days off the back of Shanghai, almost not being rewarded for their levels of success, doing such a deep run to that second place in the end. But Navi have been able to toil away, right? They know if this map was left open, Heretics were going to walk into it. But this composition, Josh, I don't know where I sit on the Jet here. I don't know how I feel, but I guess the proof's in the pudding, right? We get to see it quite clearly.
We're going to have to see a lot of mid here. I have no idea what they're going to do with the Jet otherwise, but I mean, they're using it in pistol round, going straight towards market for an early B split.
Again, in my eyes as well, love to see Artist in that role. Always been a pleasure, so hope to see a kind of rollback almost of what he can achieve. A little uncomfy on the first shot, but already kind of slipping the net and isolating those 3 players dedicated towards that B site. So see how Heretics approaches this. And so far, it's just a brawl through towards market. 1-for-1 trade out, Woods there to find Artist, and all looking pretty comfortable, at least with that first approach here. But Navi holding a fair bit of territory, no spike down just yet. Rien's, though, in a very good position here.
A little pause in the round as the spike gets planted. That's a huge shock.
Damn, that's ridiculous. Not only does it find Sugetsu, but look at the state of Ziban. 11 HP, and he's going to have to get the timing just right for even a chance at this. Doesn't go fully around the world. Does take down. Whoa, I thought there was a chance in a second. Boo's not going to let that happen. Diffuse going to come in, and Heretics, I mean, even the devs are talking about it. They don't lose pistols, apparently, no matter the odds, so Going to start things off well here, but we discussed this before it started when we saw the agents lock in. This is surely going to be a whole lot of middle when you've got a Jet coming out, and we already saw it.
It's one of those things where it's like you have basically a month off. You get to decide what you want to do. You get to watch Heretics play like 18 million different matches, and you see exactly how they play. They realize, hey, look, it's like Benji. He's usually around like Spawn, playing the retake. Let's go try to abuse that, get Artists in their face, do a market split. And it looked good for a little bit, but Heretics so good, just re-clearing together.
Yeah, really nice little bit of synergy, seeing the boys all back together. Obviously, Patatech, wonderful stand-in. Could not fault his performance by any means, but seeing the 5 here and almost kind of a glimpse of things to come with that Neon coming out here. Curious to see how good Heretics become with that patch adjustment, but back to what we expected, but more of a casual start here for Na'Vi. Obviously, with just those pistols, we do have a couple of Sheriffs making their debut, coming out Artist, Angel, and Zipan with that. See if they can do some damage. But on the Heretics side, you should be very much on red alert here. Shouldn't be taking too many risks.
Here.
I wonder if Na'Vi right now is just trying to make every map Ascent for them. Like, we're so good on this map. Let's try to make, like, everything be this map. Get the Sheriff out on Artist. Let him walk around the map, look for an opening at mid. Again, I think this is something that we're going to look forward to for the entire map, basically.
And I also want to see how well Artist gets played in as well, right? You know, how well does he get set up to succeed? You can't argue that Na'Vi have any slouches when it comes to that either. You look at who can be the supporting act. There are some brilliant players in that regard. But again, we'll see how that goes forward, because this isn't the round to be seeing. This should be Heretics keeping them very much at bay. That's huge. Lovely little clear into middle. Heretics not letting them get any sort of fun here. And that's all the Sheriffs gone without even a touch of damage achieved. So Xiao and Sugetsu might just have to face the music here.
Left.
Again, even seeing how well considered Boo's playing, sitting super deep, giving up space here, knowing they pretty much got them pinned in here. As long as Woot doesn't kind of lose his head, no, he should be fine. Boo on the deeper angle. A bit more of a fair fight at least. Well, I say that. Boo sharp as ever. And Xiao feeling like a formality, and they've got it. Heretics strong start here, clean in the second with an Analysts flawless.
Nice little convergence there at middle. Utilizing all the abilities, the Sova Dart, the Neon Stun.
That was a nice little bit of work, right?
And then moving together, that was great. Speaking of supporting Artists, though, I do wonder how the new coach shift for Na'Vi is going to play into things. Kind of like, was Doombros, was he a problem necessarily, or was he not the problem, but he just wasn't the solution? What kind of led to that decision? What are we going to see different from this version of Na'Vi that we haven't seen previous?
That is such a curious thing. I don't think we'll be able to see everything, but already seeing this composition here, maybe a little telling. It's hard to know because it's not like Angel won't have a strong voice, but back into this bonus round, we've got to focus on what Heretics can achieve. Already Miniboo with success. Takes away Artist and falls away. That's the tip of the spear blunted, and now the rest of Na'Vi has to work forward without him. This becomes difficult. Now, a little bit of a mid presence, yeah, from Sugetsu, but I want to see if any of them get threatened on the cross if they need it. Now, actually, very heads-up work from Heretics to replay with that out-drone.
Destroyed.
I think they seem very aware. Yeah, noting Sugetsu, but still a fantastic shot and a follow-up. Sugetsu outdoing his expectations with a third. He had no right to that, but he just keeps succeeding. Now, Wu didn't get noted on the knife, so he gets a second lease of life. Does it right back to him, and now Zipan in a 1v2. Wu's just buying time. Beautifully done. And again, you'd think, watching what Sugetsu just did, that would be enough.
Anything you can do, I can do better. And that's a perfect display of that. I do wonder if that is the limitation of Navi's comp there. They had the knife up the entire time for the KO, but they weren't able to use it to find out where that player was on the site there. Wu is just able to kind of like dodge out a little bit.
Oh, that's very nice work there. Just watching this one back. God, ridiculous.
I think a little bit of a mistake in the scaling there as well, but instant fast play over at B.
Yeah, but stalled out. Stalled out, the paranoia, everything put in. Miniboo still even has a stun in hand if he feels like he needs to slow the roll further, but they can't springboard. They've identified probably where Benji is playing, so they can lean a little heavier in towards this A site, but that one way is going to be sticking around. And again, this is an expensive clear just to get to this point. 3 players now on the A site, no lurk this time. I think Benji's cam's going to be keeping track of that regardless, so that's no problem there. And they've even spotted Sugetsu, so they're going to know that everyone's probably around this side. And it's all about patience here. Na'Vi probably going to test that a little bit. Still slowly building in. They don't have masses into this round, but they do have a couple of weapons here and there, so it's not out of the realms of reality. We could see some pressure. It looks like this is the go signal. Boo with a nice little angle to play from, and it's only Sugetsu to draw blood so far. That's Miniboo going down. The follow-up on Rienz is something different, though. That gives them at least a plant.
2 versus 3, if they're able to recover some weapons as well, this is a very winnable situation here, but out of abilities for Navi. Here comes the retake.
I like the Angels exploring CT a little bit, though, finding maybe a little bit of safety here to try and hold this post-plant a touch. Xiao going to keep their attention drawn, and Angel's going to punish Benji. Tap on the spike, but it's going to be continuing. They finally come off at the halfway point, and Boo's there. Again, he got threatening, but Boo is just the full stop to all of their sentences. He's not letting anything slip.
That was a very wide swing towards the end there, and I think the second part of the wide swing is supposed to be that you shoot back, and I was waiting for that to happen, but yeah, I mean, that round got a little dangerous.
Absolutely.
I think one of the things Navi was kind of sad about, though, was that as soon as they get KO ulti up on Zypen, they have to do an eco round, and right there you're like, okay, well, we can get the Guardian, we can get a few Sheriffs, but if they were able to fully invest either like a Stinger round and go at Benji, or even like save it for this round, do a rifle round and save it for Benji, but it looks like Team Heretics is trying to play like one step ahead. Oh, you're gonna go for Benji? We're playing 4 people on B with him.
Absolutely on the money. Keep your eyes on that. No contact, no confirmation of attendance off the back of the knife, and look at what Heretics are up to. Already pressuring. Miniboo's going walkabouts. Joined by Benji. Now, looking like the priority again for Navi is going to be this A side. Boo's going to relinquish that control. He's going to sit pretty safe in CT, allow the rest of the map to be taken over. There's the ult. So again, having to respect this. Hunter's Fury on top, looking to focus out towards CT. Almost caught a tag there, but didn't quite get it, but it does secure at least the cross towards the site.
Space created off the back of that ult, but the space was already there.
Spike planted.
Tricky, but that's a great shot from Rienz. Starting things off well. Xiao now gonna obviously bow down. We look for that follow-up. Where's the next step in this? Angel denying Miniboo no trade. Ult popped off the back, Paranoia going in, and the flashes are working out, but they still need to capitalize on the space that they've been garnering. Zipan still on the site, gets taken down, completely unaware, completely overwhelmed. And Artist, the last man alive, with a mountain to climb. He's taken a couple of steps, but it ain't gonna go the distance. Heretics again, staying alive, Diffuse is there, very controlled on the play back through.
When we let's take a look at a team like Team Heretics, like what makes them so strong, and it is the defense side. It is when they get to do these gamble stacks, fake like they're in a certain position. And I thought Navi had a really good read in the situation. Hey, we're gonna wait just a little bit. We're gonna let these guys get an aggressive position. There's gonna be one person here. We're gonna just send it on them. But Team Heretics with the retakes are so strong, and we're able to see that time and time again. They had, you know, all of B main. They have Benji move all the way up into aggressive position. They do the over rotation through spawn. Rienz is able to get the first pick with the op. All of his teammates go in through the left as he drones through the right. And it's just, it looks so easy. It is so difficult to pull off, but they make it look like it's just like a walk in the park.
Yeah, some of those, I don't even say fundamentals, because a lot of teams don't have that capability to be able to pull it off so well. But as you said, they make it look like it's so simplistic to do, but they are so refined at it. And they've already shattered what Navi's probably come in with. You know, conceptually, if you're walking into a map like this, you've had prep time, you don't want to be staring at a 0-5 scoreline. Let's kind of tell it how it is. New coach coming in, running a new composition, trying to play in someone like maybe Artist a little harder into it. And again, Heretics just seem to have all the answers, unfazed by it so far, well prepared. I'm a little worried that this is going to continue. Again, this isn't the round we're going to see probably that stand happen. This is already looking like it's probably 6-0. But again, we could probably get the, you know, Blade Storm on board. That could be something at least to maybe help out Na'Vi with a couple of other ults, but neither really can instigate much. So rough, really, if you're a Na'Vi fan.
It's a little bit deceiving, though, because we've seen a pistol and 2 ecos out of Na'Vi so far. So only really like 1 gun round, 2, if you want to like count with all the ults there. So it's not the end of the world. It's definitely recoverable, but it has to start sometime soon. It can't be that there's another 3 rounds that go by before Na'Vi start picking up the first rounds, because by then it's just too many rounds far gone. But as you said, here come the Blade Storm on Artist. Let's see if he's able to make an impact here.
I wonder if Angel's noted any deeper presence from Heretics, right? We can already say they've kind of pushed out towards air touch. I don't know if he's heard a step or just further invested utility with a 3-play stack. Going to be somewhat revealed, maybe not noting everyone. Re-smoke towards tiles. NAVI looking like they want to head towards market. Rien's just shouldering it so far. Artist waiting. What's going to be the go signal here? A 3-2 split. Knife back on, Benji noted, time to go, and it's already Artist to get contact, but he doesn't draw blood, not the way he wanted, and it's just not going the way he wants. He does get the kill, but it gets traded out. Now you got to look towards the success on the site. The problem is the spike's been lost, and Woot's not letting them get any freedom on the site. Artist, yeah, you can go all the way around Pillar all you want, it doesn't matter. It's on Sugetsu, who needs nothing short of a miracle, but that's a good start. 25 seconds though, how are you going to get past 3? Show me a little something here. I'm down to be on your side. It ain't gonna happen. Heretics again, very well equipped to handle with what NAVI are throwing at them.
And I think we aren't seeing anything too crazy from Team Heretics in terms of what we're expecting to see from them. It's pretty much, they're doing the standard stuff. We've seen it all throughout, pretty much all of stage 1 even, where NAVI, there's not so much that you have to, be surprised about when you see their setups with the Sova, with the Cypher towards B, the KO shifting over into spawn early on. Like, all of this is pretty normal. What we need to see from NAVI right now is them actually being able to connect shots, and it sounds really like boiled down as like an analysis, but realistically, like, we can't be missing jet knives like that, you know what I mean?
Careful here.
And you can see Heretics, I don't say this is just confidence, we saw them doing this quite early in the game, but they're starting to explore the map, right? It's, okay, you want to take middle? Cool, we'll take at least one of the extremities. We'll kind of counterbalance it that way. Now, NAVI is speeding this up, though. This is a much faster approach to testing in middle. But again, no reward for it just yet.
I mean, considering Team Heretics gives up middle most of the rounds anyways, it's surprising that NAVI hasn't explored either deeper up through top of middle towards CT spawn, and it's all this like slow play towards market. They know that that's what's going to be defended, but here we're seeing a little bit of a change. It is going to be towards A that they're deciding to move this towards after a little bit of mid pressure.
This is interesting. First time we get to see this tested, this more active hold, and the paranoia goes a mile wide. Stall coming out as well from Boo with his paranoia does well. It allows them to fall back to the site. You can already see the shift across as well. Woot leaning heavier towards A, and it looks very choreographed from NAVI, and it's being witnessed and watched comfortably by Heretics. Again, one way's back up. That's not going to be going away. So what's the plan, NAVI? A high flash and just hope for the best. Yeah, they're going straight through it, but the stun's going to be there. Artist just kind of sent into the blender. There's no way through that. They had to give it a go, but that's all you're going to get. Shaoli's going to make a step closer to try and get up on the box, but it's just a challenge. And they're just being met by sheer resistance, Josh. There's no access. It's 13 seconds. They've run out of time, and they've run out of options. Yeah, the TP's there, but they ain't even considering it, apparently.
I think once they get the clock off the 30 seconds zone,
he's on him. He's going after them. Sugetsu with a swift slap to the face, but still, this is clean work from Heretics, and they're just proving why they were the team to go to Shanghai. NAVI not looking up to the challenge here.
I think once the clock hit 30 seconds, NAVI felt like, oh, okay, we have to go A. Yeah, the one-way smoke's up, but like, we just got to be able to break through this. I think the option was there with the mid-pressure that they've done early on, and how Team Heretics kind of like does these gamble rotations and heavily just like over-rotates and goes for those retakes. I think NAVI probably could have done an audible through mid-courtyard, through the market into B, and they also had the Omen ultimate up that they could have used that for info or to just like speed that process up, and they choose not to do it, which signals like maybe there's something deeper going on here.
But I like this. This looks very reminiscent of almost the pistol round. Yeah. The additional layer of pressure towards CT puts a problem towards the hands, but Woot's there. Rien's is there. Look at the synergy and look at the crossfires. There is no access to these sites. Heretics, they know what NAVI want to do, and they're so perfectly placed for it. Sugetsu's position was revealed very early on, and I mean, again, the guy can do damage, but look at the minimap. Look at what's coming his way. There's no way out. He's got players left, right, and center, and a bit of aim training. Sure, God, that actually did look quite close, but a minute to play with. You got to do something here, Sugetsu. Show me what you got.
Well, he does have his hat to throw at them, get the information, and he is the only one that's really consistently shooting back for the side of NAVI right now. I mean, NAVI close to a round on A previously, but it just came down to Woot just getting a 3K on the site. Sugetsu here.
It's like pulling teeth, isn't it? It's just so difficult. Now, he's a little further ahead of the smoke, gets to dip back in, but again, double face, double swing. It's really robust. This is actually a joy to watch, you know, as if you're a fan of VALORANT. It's very well handled. I liked what NAVI tried there, as something that you were wanting, that they explore a little further towards top middle, get that pressure going. But you saw how well Heretics seemed to respond to that. The fact that Woot found Artist the second they wanted to crunch towards market, pressure gone.
We're seeing this rotation from Moot every round, basically. Hey, I'm going to help you guys set up on A with a knife or a flash. I'm going to start rotating over towards B and just reinforce that whole top middle area so that they can't get behind our lines with the jet. But yeah, NAVI's been playing this map like they still have Gecko and Raze perhaps, or Neon, but they don't, so they have to do something a little bit different, and they're just not. And when they are trying to speed things up or change the pace tempo or change the areas that they attack, it's disjointed and their players aren't getting any kills.
So trying to clear some of Benji's util from market. You see that means that Woot's then a little bit more tucked towards that B side, earlier contact there, but I kind of like this, kind of feigning that interest towards market. They're still being, oh God, Boo. That's beautiful, and Miniboo's waiting. He's still gonna check this meticulously, I'm kind of hoping they would. But again, Boo's recleared it. He's already checked. No one's slipped the net. No one's going to be able to make it any further. And they're just drifting away. They're just not getting anything they wanted to. Yeah, it's a sheriff and, you know, a little bit of a rifle round. It's not going to be the end of the world, but the problem is the scoreline. At some point, misfortune or not, they haven't got a round. And it feels like they haven't got that close to a round yet.
I don't even think they've had an opening kill yet.
No. And again, let's see what they got here. Artist putting his life on the line, hoping for a follow-up. And Benji has slipped through, and he's got 2 for himself. Angel on the trade, but the back of the site is waiting as Woot. Flash there, going to force Angel to at least relinquish some control. That was a bit far. Woot hoping for the best, and Angel through this round.
So far.
Yeah, that is tricky. And don't Heretics just know that?
Yes, they do.
Because they can leave it there and just go walkabouts. They can sit there and play for the fact that he has to plant.
He has to go B. He has to plant, and they're going to have the line on him.
Yeah. Boo getting ready. Paranoia is there. Away we go. Doesn't see him, so by process of elimination, they know where he is. Nice try, not good enough. Boo. Comfy again. NAVI, we're going to see something. I want to see some kind of heartbeat here, because it feels like they're flatlining. This is just not enough.
The way that they're playing almost looks like they need that attack side op to open things up.
Sure.
I feel like every round they've walked around, they've lost the duel. Not only have they lost the duel though, it's been like an untradeable duel that's not been set up by a flash, a dart, anything that kind of like takes someone off the angle.
Yeah.
It's just a straight up duel where Team Heretics is able to sit there on, like, right there is a pixel crack.
Yep.
Just ADS zoomed in. One taps, okay, now who's next? No one? Okay, cool. Like, we keep that 5-on-4 advantage. Well done. So I think NAVI needs to find a way that they can either get a tradable kill, or they need to be able to get the op up and then leverage the weapon to be able to open that up. And I think, like, without that, what else they got?
Well, so far, nothing. So, again, Operator might be being toyed with. We'll see it once we get back into game. Probably the best solution here. Because so far it has been a clean run. Heretics looking, I mean, on point. Woot's already on 17-5. Just going to highlight this guy's having a game, but it's not just the Woot show. I've got to say his positioning has been probably paramount. The way he's always been in that supporting act role. Very well positioned, very early to it too. Be it on the A side when they've had that pressure coming their way, or on, as we noted earlier, B as well. Just beautifully done. As soon as they tried to get that top mid sort of presence, he was there. So, maybe the solution. Gosh,
we'll see,
I mean, it's got to be something, right?
I'm out of here.
Show me what you got.
Well, the other thing is, like, if they're trying to play this as like an Ascent comp and try to boil it down to be Ascent, I don't know if that's their goal or not, then why not do a little bit more with middle? Like, you can still do fakes. We haven't seen any fakes yet from NAVI. It's all been these grouped hits. We haven't seen this push-pull, but here's a fast. Oh, man.
Oh, okay. Okay, this is just insult to injury, brutality shown. That, hey, you take that timeout, you're going to forget we might go aggressive? That's crazy, because we got ults, and we're just going to run at you. And you haven't been tested like this. Yeah, we've been taking a little bit of that A presence, but now we're going to double down, and it works out. So once again, they get that first pick. They fall away, and NAVI left to rot a little. Still have the option, though. They still have Artist with that operator. We're still hoping there's some value to this. That's not what you want to be seeing. Desperate here, NAVI. They're trying to claw this one back, but already it's not looking good. Artist desperate for someone to show for him. Wishing he was to get to in that position almost, but he's going to have to dig deeper if he wants this, because, again, Heretics, I don't think they've heard the operator, but they seem very aware of the possibility, and look how prepared they are for that mid-presence. Another double check. Clearing, no one's there. Looking back towards B, quick call towards Benji, knowing that you're on the plate now. And attempting this top mid pressure with an op is difficult for Artist. They need to win out on B as well. There's a lot on the plate here. And he just can't be proactive to it. Benji's gone down, so a chance here for Na'Vi. A plant at the very least. Heretics are backside, and the plant's been denied already.
Last player standing.
Xiao's now in trouble. Oh, it's gone from bad to worse. Heretics didn't look phased, Josh. They didn't look phased.
Yeah, once that timeout comes, it's a great call from the whoever made it, whether it's Boo, the IGL, or the coaches, saying in the back, like, hey, they're obviously taking a timeout to talk about like what they want to do here. Get in their faces, disrupt whatever plan they're about to make. Unless the plan from Na'Vi was go really slow and be ready for an aggressive play here, like, you're going to get in their faces. The Hunter's Fury to follow up with a, you know, sending it in from Mini Boo. Once that new patch comes out, oh man, it's not even going to be fun.
God save us all. God save us all. I can't handle it. I really can't. Okay, we're back into this Artist Hero Rifle. We have to live up to that title of a hero here. That's the start they needed. A trade and then nothing else back. Again, Woot gets to kind of readjust position, playing towards the side. He's always here. He's omnipresent on these approaches. The paranoia just going to maybe peter out a touch too early.
Exactly where you are.
Information going to be found, yes. Still, what are you going to do with it? You're still stalled out here. Where's the go?
I don't understand. You use the hat, you get all the information confirmed, but you use the drone, but you don't even go in with it. There's something going on with Na'Vi, and it's not that good right now. They need to figure out a way to just like, just do something.
Yeah, they're stalling out here. Now, maybe this pause has been enough that it's drawn away one of the players. Sure, Benji has gone back towards B, leaving 2 here. They maybe don't expect this pressure coming in from elbow. Maybe, I don't know. But that dart should confirm there's at least 2 players here, because I don't think he got noted on the knife, so they should be aware of what's coming their way. Rienz is coming over, Benji's on the way, but the plant's going to come in, so Na'Vi, at the very least, get a plant. Going to be saving the ult for the post plant as well, going to make things a little bit more difficult. Rienz not going to be able to use that utility. Nor Boo. It's Angel taking space.
Just give the Vandal to Sugetsu here.
You'd think so, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got light armor and everything. Yeah, okay, that's a little strange, but Zipan not going to be clean on that first shot, gets information, but at this point you need to draw blood here, hold them back. Rien's going to be challenging already an overwhelm. Zipan's fallen. Things getting a little dangerous. What is... Okay.
Well, that's a start.
That's not bad, because that didn't even get to halfway, so that is actually pretty important, but there's only so much you can do. Woot's having an absolute tear of a game. Defuse is going to be fine. Sounds close, but it's not. There's... Na'Vi felt like they were so close then, Josh. It felt like they'd almost got something, but it felt disjointed, though. They were stalled out. They were a bit wrong. It didn't... I don't know what's going on here.
Like, we saw like 3 instances in just this one round of them kind of being like stalled out, disjointed, or indecisive.
Yeah.
We see the hack go off, the confirmed info, the drone, no
Aldrin.
follow-up. Then they move into the next section. They are able to get the spike plant and stuff.
Oh my God, Woot, bro!
He is 21-5.5.
Yeah.
God damn. Like, he's actually nuts.
I don't know what's going on.
I mean, this is a, you know, it's one of those games where it's almost hard to cast in a way, because you're waiting for Na'Vi to kind of catch up to things and do what you expect, because Na'Vi are a good team. They were that almost 3rd team you thought may have been able to make it to Shanghai, you know, one of those performances. And maybe it's this map. Maybe this map isn't there, but...
we can hope.
Yeah.
It's like the meme of like the stick poking the thing and do something. It's Na'Vi, do something.
Yeah, you're kind of right. And again, I like how Na'Vi play. When Na'Vi look good, they look great. And there's something to be enjoyed about when they're playing their best. They're a beautiful team to watch, but this isn't it. I think all of us can say that quite comfortably. But again, coming into this, not many excuses here for them. First real direct challenge towards a B site. And Boo, freebie, finds Zipan straight through the smoke. Benji might get tested here and actually gets away with murder. Doesn't get checked on, gets slipped back, takes second glance and even takes Angel with him. And one by one, Na'Vi are coming through and they're being eviscerated. What can Sugetsu and Xiao do? Xiao does have the TP and it's time to go, but look who's on the way. The monster himself. The man who has been absolutely stuff of nightmares. Woot, 21-5. I'd be happy with that in the whole game.
Yeah.
And Sugetsu gonna have to drift over and try and keep some value here. Gonna at least slow down a little bit for Rienz.
Normally a situation like this, Woot walking out is kind of weird, but because he is 21-5, he's just walking straight out, taking that 1 versus 1, realizes he's off sight. There goes Rienz though. Winnable situation for Na'Vi. Possibly putting their first round on the board.
Yeah, but it's Woot. Until I hear that spike ticking a little faster, I don't believe it, but Sugetsu is gonna secure them 1. 11's all they get. He's giving it. I love it. I got like. There is one part of me that just loves the fact that Heretics are actually willing to start getting a little bit, get a personality to them. You know what I mean? Yeah. They're up, they're giving it. It's good fun to see. I mean, you're sat on 22-6. Like, why not? But yeah, this is the first time we've seen it. And I mean, I don't know if we could chalk that up to a difference in approach. I mean, it was around where Sugetsu got them around.
Yeah. And I wonder, like, did Heretics level up in Shanghai? Is this like a new version of them where they've just like permanently raised their floor? Is this Navi just kind of tumbling down a little bit?
It could be. I think we need to see the rest of the map pool. All right, the rest of this game. Once we start with, when Bind comes out, I better see night and day for Navi. I want to see a whole new team. Like, hey.
What if they're running this comp on Bind?
Don't start with me. I can't handle it. I've been away a little while, all right? I've been in the Sliggy Rehab Center, just chilling out in chat.
I've been away.
Yeah, true. Yeah, but you had other things going on. I've just been, left all on my own. It's terrible.
So that's dangerous.
Yeah, honestly. Brain rot is at an all-time high. This could be over before it starts, however. Let's have a little look at the pistol. Navi, gonna need to start things off with a bang, and that is perfect. 2 quick kills. And Heretics willing to just take a bit of a fight here. Benji only gonna get 1, leaving down to Rienz and Woot against 4. This is a long road back. Very long. Don't know.
There's still chances for Navi to give this up. They have the huge opportunity. Not only did they get a first kill this round, they got the follow up. They got a trade. They beat together. Ooh. If this is Navi waking up, finally, this might be a game. But I mean, 11-2, it's such a tall order for them. The best case scenario is that they're going to be warmed up for that buying type of thing. If they're able to take this to OT or end up winning 13-11 somehow, honestly, props to them.
Yeah. And again, kind of coming back to your point, if we're, maybe the Navi perspective, we need to see the rest of the map. Well, Bind at least on the horizon, and how good they look on this side. But for Heretics, I think there is some real validity in what you said of them getting maybe some further confidence in capability after the back of Shanghai. You walk away second place, you lose out to Gen G, who looked out of this world. Fair enough. No one's going to discredit you there. It's a big confidence boost, but back into this. And to scatter away from that. Do see players in the right place. That's a lot of info for Angel. At least 2 spotted there, and a 3rd. So yeah, perfect work. That's going to be a lot of information going their way. For Heretics, they don't particularly have to rush much, as they do have 11 rounds to their name.
Setting up for the long game is all you need to do if you're Team Heretics.
Angel's going to be isolated. Christ! Boo's absolutely banged him out. Angel's gone down. That's luckily not a rifle to be picked up. I think he only had the ghost. So again, not the biggest harm, but off the back of 1 flash and a smoke, they've got themselves at least a pick and potentially a plant. Xiao's taking away Benji. Let's look at what this post plant can do. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, please! How is this getting even close? Still a Sheriff with Boo, a Ghost with Woo, and just the classic with Mini Boo. And we've got rifles, we've got a Guardian, we've got all we need, and Woo's gonna get checked here. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my good god. Okay, 1v1 Boo, 25 HP and smoke to play with. Sugetsu on the ankle!
Oh no!
Oh, it's all but done. It's all but done. Wrap it up. Get out of here.
Can I just point out that Navi...
No, don't.
they do this, they have this buy, which is really good on round 2s normally, where they go 3 big guns and then 2 people keep pistols, so that they can budget their economy for the rest of the half. They have a really good bonus round on round 3. But when you're down 11-2, you can't afford to do that. You have a Ghost going down early, untradeable. You have a Marshal in the on Artist, so you're on 2 big guns.
Yeah.
So when Team Heretics does this 2 Sheriff buy, they're able to basically equalize it so easily.
Well. 12 rounds. Hopefully we have how many chances already written on the screen. As it's a long old way back. Let's see. Because in case Heretics needed more confidence after that first half, turning that second round, yeah, brilliant. Good stuff. Already looking to just kind of show presence towards middle, but still holding somewhat of a default, so still having Benji over towards that B push, and on the other side, of course, Boo. Xiao getting a little interested now, of course, because of that buy in the second. They do at least get the 2 big boy rifles, a Guardian and 2 Sheriffs, so there's still a bit of fight to this round. Kind of systematically playing these players up middle. We do still have Mini Boo here. So Sugetsu not going to get the freest route he'd want. They've drawn the rotation, and they're going to try and back towards that B side. 40 seconds now.
I do wish Angel would give the good weapons to his teammates more often. This is an old debate from a different game.
Huh.
30 seconds
Heard of that
left.
one, I think. But I could imagine there's some validity to it, but for now, let's see how this goes. Already pressure towards the site. 20 seconds, they got to stick the landing. Mini Boom just massacring them, and already Benji Fishy's there. 2v2 now. 15 seconds. Down and just Xiao, and it looks like it's all but over. The plant gonna come in. Xiao only with that Sheriff. Full kit to play with though. He does have the util. Paranoia, the 2 smokes could be vital. Maybe a rifle close enough to hand. I'm wondering where they play this post plant from. Yeah, sitting deep towards main. Doesn't have smokes. Gonna smoke the spike.
Wonder when that dart's gonna come off. Cooldown for re-ends.
Yeah, but again, it's just against the wall here. Someone's got to check this.
Ping
Hello?
and spam.
Hello. There we go. Okay, that's halfway. Not bad for Xiao. Time's gonna start running down. You can see that paranoia in his head as well, wondering about if there's a wrap coming in or if someone's on the other side, but he's gonna go for this one. He's desperately gonna go for it. Perfectly done by Xiao. Cool under pressure with the Red Bull clutch. Getting Na'Vi out of a very, at least quick, first map and extending play a little further.
That was very interesting. You would expect that there would be more like ping spamming happening on the spike, and maybe they were waiting a little bit too long for that dart to come off cooldown so that they could use that, but it was already halved by that time. Oh, very interesting. It looked like Team Heretics was just like, oh, we already won. Let's just be like kind of celebrating already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drop the ball a little in that round. Complacency could be an issue, but again, right back to business. Mini Boom, what? Just right up the guts. I mean, a nice try, but Xiao, all too prepared for that. So many players towards top middle, ready to greet that. And Heretics starting to take.
You have the man advantage, Angel.
Right here.
His 45 health. You see that he wants it.
He wants to go in there.
You don't need it.
But it's Angel. He does what he wants. It's already a 4v4. Plan has come in. And he's ahead of this. Gonna pop the ult, and he's got it well. This is capitulating now, isn't it, really? 4v2, Xiao and Sugetsu. Gonna need some more from them. Sugetsu got the one of the rounds, but I think it was a 4K. Xiao obviously with a defuse, but how much more is in the tank? It's a 1v4. It's done. Wu gonna wrap it up, put a bow on it. 13-3. That was a quick game, Josh.
That was a very quick one. We're really interested to see kind of like how Heretics has leveled up, and kind of like Navi, you've had a month off, you knew that Sunset was going to be here.
Show me something.
Like, we have to have something a little bit more than this.
You're right. Bind's coming up after the break, though, so don't miss that, because that has to be the lifeline for Navi. Or I think we're all a little worried.
I know a place that will break you into 1,000 pieces. Stay away from them. Stay away from Lorca, Taco, and Picasso. Don't ask about Lola. I, Caballo Grande. I, Dolor de Nieve. But in spite of everything, it occurs to you to visit Andalusia. Don't say I didn't warn you. Be careful of the Andalusian crush.
Hey guys, it's Jimmy Lin. In this series, I'm going to walk you through Attack on Pearl. Watch out for the stairs, clear this angle. You're going to be able to fight this.
Red Bull gives you wings.